Hello, welcome to Secret Zone. Subscribe and turn on notifications for stories you won't forget. I never imagined the day would come when the person I loved most could completely shatter my world. My wife Clara, the woman I admired for her beauty, long hair, her striking blue eyes, and the way she smiled at me like I was the only person in the world, had always been the center of my life. We celebrated our marriage with joy, laughter, and the company of our friends, sharing a love I thought was unbreakable, a bond I trusted completely. I was a man who traveled often for business, leaving early in the morning and returning late at night, always carrying a busy life in my hands, and I thought Clara understood that she loved me enough to wait to trust to hold our marriage sacred. I would tell her every day how beautiful she was, how perfect she looked, how much she meant to me, and she would smile. And I believed in that smile. But I didn't know that behind my back, something else was happening. Something I could never have imagined. On the day of our wedding celebration itself, a shadow crept into our perfect moment. A friend, Richard, who would slowly and secretly steal her attention, her heart, and betray the trust we had built. At first, I noticed nothing: her laughter, her gestures. Her presence seemed the same, but there was a subtle change I couldn't name, a feeling I brushed aside as imagination. And then, one night, returning home late from a business trip, I found an email that would tear my world apart. At first, I thought it was a mistake, a misunderstanding, something I could ignore, but as I opened it, the truth hit me like a storm. Videos, photos, emails, all proof of Clara's secret meetings with Richard, their hidden romance, their betrayal unfolding while I was away. Trusting her completely. My heart froze, my stomach turned, and in that instant, the love and trust I had for her began to crumble. Every memory of our love, every promise, every word I had spoken to her, felt like it had been a lie, like the foundation of my life had been stripped away without warning. And in that moment, I realized that my world, the life I thought I knew, was gone, replaced by a painful, crushing reality that I was forced to face alone. I still remember the day of our marriage as if it were yesterday. Clara, radiant in her gown, walking down the aisle with her long hair flowing, her blue eyes sparkling, and that smile that had always made my heart skip a beat. I had waited years to call her mine, to hold her hand, to promise her forever. Friends and family were cheering, laughter and music filling the air, and in that moment, I believed life couldn't get any better. Clara looked at me with love in her eyes, and I felt invincible, sure that nothing could come between us. After the ceremony, we celebrated with our friends, sharing stories, dancing, and toasting to our future. But I didn't know that in the crowd, a friend, Richard, would plant the first seed of betrayal. He was charming, confident, someone who could make anyone feel noticed, and I didn't realize how Clara's attention was already shifting. I was away often for business trips, leaving early mornings and returning late nights, and though I always told Clara she was beautiful, that I loved her more than anything, I didn't notice the small glances, the lingering conversations, the way she smiled differently around him. At first, it seemed innocent friends, enjoying the celebration. I was proud of her, happy to see her laugh, never imagining that laughter could hide a secret. But subtle doubts began to creep in. She went out more often, returned later, and sometimes her hair or lipstick seemed disturbed, as if she had been somewhere unexpected. I pushed it aside. I loved her, and I wanted to believe. That evening, alone in our home, I scrolled through emails on my phone, unknowingly about to stumble into the truth that would change everything. I had returned late from a business trip, tired, my mind exhausted with meetings and deadlines. Clara wasn't home, and instinctively, I felt a small worry curl in my chest. When she came back later, her appearance seemed off, her hair a little messy, her makeup smudged, and her eyes avoiding mine. Something was wrong, but I still tried to trust her. I picked up my phone to check my emails and froze. There it was, a series of messages I could never have imagined. Photos, videos, and notes between Clara and Richard, full of affection, passion, and stolen moments. My stomach dropped. I saw them together, laughing, holding hands, embracing in hotel rooms I had never known about. There was a video of Clara in Richard's apartment, her eyes shining with something that wasn't love for me. The betrayal hit like a knife to the chest. I couldn't breathe. Every memory of us, the promises, the laughter, the nights I had kissed her and told her she was beautiful, felt poisoned. I stared at the screen, shaking, unable to comprehend the reality. Clara walked into the room, unaware of what I had discovered. I pressed play on one of the videos, my heart breaking as I watched them together, seeing the love she had hidden from me. She tried to explain, tried to beg, but her words sounded hollow. The trust I had placed in her, the fire of love that had burned between us, was gone. My heart didn't just ache, it shattered. It was the emails that revealed not just her betrayal, but the truth I had been blind to, the reality I had ignored in my busy life. I realized then how blind love can make a person, how easily someone can slip through your fingers when you are distracted. The next morning, Clara came into our room, her face pale, her eyes desperate. I couldn't speak. The videos and emails played in my mind over and over, haunting me, each frame a reminder of what had been stolen. She tried to explain, to beg for forgiveness, but I couldn't feel the love that had once bound us. My trust had evaporated. My heart, once warm and open, was frozen. I confronted her gently at first, asking where she had been, why she had lied, why she had met Richard in secret. She stammered, tried to excuse herself, but I had already seen the truth. The tears in her eyes, the apologies, they meant nothing to me now. Clara lost more than love. That day she lost her home, her stability, and the life we had built together. I didn't scream, I didn't fight. I simply let the truth exist between us. The heartbreak was mine, deep and silent, a wound that no words could heal. I packed her things, told her she could leave, and watched as the woman I had loved, the woman I had trusted completely, walked out of my life forever. And yet, even as the betrayal consumed me, a small part of me remembered the love we had shared, the nights I had held her close, the laughter and dreams we had woven together. It was a love that had existed, a love that was now gone. In the emptiness, I felt the cold strength of realization. Some loves are meant to leave scars, to teach harsh lessons, and to remind us that trust is fragile, easily broken, and not always restored. After Clara left, life felt empty and silent, but I refused to let heartbreak define me. I focused on myself, my work, and my growth. The pain was sharp at first, the memories haunting, but slowly, I began to rebuild. I surrounded myself with people who valued honesty, with work that gave me purpose, and with moments that reminded me of who I was beyond love and betrayal. The emails and videos became memories, ghosts of a past I could no longer change. I learned to smile again, to trust myself, and to create a life where I was in control. Love had left me, betrayal had tested me, but strength emerged from the heartbreak. And yet, sometimes, in quiet moments, I remember Clara the way she smiled, the way her hair caught the sunlight, the way I had loved her so completely. But now, that memory is just a memory. I don't long for her. I don't need her. I have moved forward. Life has given me success, focus, and freedom, and I carry the lessons of love, betrayal, and heartbreak with me. And maybe that is the true ending, not revenge, not despair, but resilience, the ability to love myself, and the courage to continue, even when someone you trusted the most has broken everything you believed in. In the end, love can be beautiful, but trust is fragile. I loved Clara with all my heart, but betrayal shattered everything we had built together. The emails revealed the truth I could no longer ignore, and the heartbreak left scars that time alone could not heal. Yet, through the pain, I found strength. I rebuilt my life, found success, and learned that sometimes letting go is the only way to truly survive. Clara is gone from my life, but the lessons remain. Lao, fiercely trust carefully, and never forget your own worth. Life moves on, and so must we. If you enjoy hidden truths, emotional stories, and secrets people never talk about, subscribe to Secret Zone. Every story here reveals something shocking. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and theories in the comments section below. Take care and see you in the next video.